What is up, Babylonians? Dan was here, and today we're going to be talking about this character here, Viessa. So we're going to go through what abilities does she have, the use for those abilities, sort of give a general look at who she is, what she is useful for, and just take a look at each of the skills as well. So we'll start off from the beginning, I guess. So with her first skill, Ice Beam. So obviously these skills do change as you use them, so they do level up as you use them. So this is at level 4 at the moment, so character level 40. So the skill description for this one: fires an ice beam that explodes where it hits, dealing skill attack times 58% damage at the center of the explosion, and dealing skill attack times 45% explosion damage to the enemies within 3.5 meter radius of the center. All enemies hit are inflicted by the Ice Shackle effect. And then below we have the Ice Shackle effect, which increases by 2 stages upon inflicting damage, increases by 1 stage upon inflicting explosion damage. So, what uses this skill? Well, this is actually kind of, I would probably describe it as almost like a grenade kind of effect, so you can hit multiple enemies with this from a good or a decent range. It uses the skill attack to determine how much damage it does, so you're going to want to put runes into increasing your damage for your skills to increase this, as opposed to increasing it from your weapons, which other characters and other skills use. But yeah, it's great all round once you've used it as well. As you can see, you get those 3 sort of floating I guess grenades or machines or whatever they are around you, which then also deal damage to enemies when they get close, which is from your passive skill. So let's have a look at this one now. So it creates an ice sphere that circles around when one enemy is inflicted by Ice Shackle Stage 2. An ice sphere shots out to attack a nearby enemy with skill attack times 30% damage and increase Ice Shackle by 2 stages. So Ice Shackle Stage 1. Decreases speed by 20%. 2 is 40%, 3 60, 4 is 100%, and that's for 5 seconds, or 8 for stage 4. We look at the next skill, which is the Frost Fog. So enters Frost Fog state for 19 seconds. Again, that's changed from what it would be at a lower level. In Frost Fog state, running speed is increased by 30% and shield by 282. Ice sheets are created upon touching the ground. Enemies touching the ice sheets are inflicted with Ice Shackle effect. And this is by 2 stages once the enemy has touched that. So what use is this? Well, it's great for, as you run around, it does increase your speed. So it's great for getting around the place, but also it provides that additional sort of armor for you, increasing your survivability. Slowing those enemies down as they run over the ice sheets on the floor as well, so you can sort of put them into, if any enemies are funneling towards you, put it down that sort of funnel and slow those enemies down, allowing you to kill them that little bit easier. Next up is the Ice Wave. So as you can see, this is a ranged attack again. So it's sort of like a wall of ice or mist that is fired out, attacking multiple enemies or damaging multiple enemies at once. So project cold air forward in a 7.5 meter radius cone. Enemies touching the cold air are inflicted with skill attack times 69%. Nice. Damage and Ice Shackle effect. Again, increases by 2 stages upon damage. So this is great for sort of clunks of enemies. So if you've got a large number of mobs coming at you, use this, and it's got quite a wide berth as well, so deal damage to a lot of enemies. Then we've got another attack as well, Blizzard. So it creates a blizzard for 6 seconds. Enemies caught in the blizzard are inflicted with skill attack damage by 50% for every 2 seconds. Blizzard deals explosion damage of a skill attack of 50% to enemies within 6 meter radius when it goes away. So this is great, again, for more crowd control and dealing with sort of larger enemies. It deals quite a good chunk of damage to the enemies, and it lingers there as well, so it's kind of a damage over time as well. So what is Viessa good for? Well, I'd say brilliant for sort of survivability and crowd control. Great all-rounder, really. So we'll take a look at some fight scenes now, and you'll see that she can deal damage. She can survive hits as well by using her second skill, so the Frost Fog, allowing her to sort of be almost kind of tanky, but not really obviously the best. Not as good as someone like Ajax, but a great all-rounder nonetheless. So let's jump in and see some of those skills actually in use. So I think the first thing we need to talk about when it comes to this character is that she likes to talk quite a lot. So whenever you use any of your skills, you'll hear say something along the lines of "Stay frosty," or if you reload your gun, "How annoying!" And yes, I do agree. How bloody annoying. A, that you have to reload, I guess. I mean, it makes sense that you have to. But B, that you have to just say something every time you reload. Or every time you use your skills. So there we go. Stay frosty again. But let's talk about the actual skills themselves. So as you can see, we're using each and every one in this clip here. So we're using Q ability, which is sort of like a grenade in a sense. The C ability, which is the one that you see when she says "Stay frosty," puts the ice on the floor, increases our armor as well, so it gives us that extra bit of survivability. As enemies walk into it as well, it slows them down. You can also see that we're using the V ability, which is that one there, which is sort of like a wave of ice dealing damage across a sort of larger area. And then we also have the Z ability, which is sort of a stay-in-place kind of tornado that will deal damage over time and a kind of initial huge chunk of damage as well. All of which are sort of put to good use as a very offensive fashion with some like slight survivability on top of that as well. Now I feel like she is actually a great starter character to use, so I think of the 4 that we had available to us, three to choose from at the beginning, I think I would have every time chose her over the other 2. I'm just not really a tanky kind of person, and I feel like her abilities suit me quite well, just because it's got an all-round kind of feel to her. But as a character as a whole, I think there are better characters out there that you can unlock. Whether or not they're going to be the same characters available at the start of the game when it actually releases, we're not too sure yet. But she probably will be the one that I go for to start if we are back to the same options again. Well, that's pretty much it for this video, so as always, thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like it too much, then definitely give us a thumbs down. Let us know where we can improve, and obviously we'll work on that for you. As always, drop a comment as to what you liked, what you hated, or what you'd like to see in the future videos. Thanks for watching, keep yourself safe, keep yourself well. We'll see you in the next video. Enjoy.